Hello everyone, welcome to From the Star Wars Home Video Library. I'm your host, Nathan P. Butler. I've finally been able to get my hands on some things that I've been looking for a very long time. It's not a complete set of what I'm actually looking for, but it's close. So I want to share a couple of new items in my collection with you that have been around since 1988 in terms of the retail market and secondary market out there that is slowly narrowing the gap in what I'd like to have versus what I actually have for droids. A while ago, we took a look at how in the UK you had a full run, except for 2 episodes, of Ewoks. You had Season 1, Season 2 on 6 different volumes of a VHS release from 1988. And you had 1 episode repeated in a separate little Dairy Lee cheese spread mail-away VHS cassette that was also released. And around the same time, I said that yes, Droids got a similar type of release. You had basically Droids with a total of 13 episodes plus The Great Heap. The Great Heap got its own little VHS release, and then of the 13 other episodes, Kobe and the Star Hunters was dropped, so the other ones that are full arcs of 4 episodes each can be released as volumes 1, 2, and 3. And that, yes, there was a Dairy Lee mail-away for Droids in the UK as well. Well, up to that point, I only had 2 items from that run to show you. One was that Dairy Lee mail-away of Tale of the Room Comics. The other, at least at that point, came in the same giant auction on eBay where I got all the Ewok stuff, and that was The Great Heap. Notice the red around the edges as opposed to green, which is the way that they handled Ewoks. You have it in basically a clamshell type of case as opposed to just a regular sleeve that you just slide it in from the bottom. Again, all UK with, of course, the ratings and such on there as well. And we pointed out when looking at it that it's just sort of a simple CBS Fox white label with the quick title there, the rating, and that was it. But we checked these out quite a while ago when they showed up alongside Ewoks. Well, thankfully, just recently I was perusing ebay.co.uk, not ebay.com, the UK version of it, and ran across 2 of the other 3 that I needed. I need volumes 1, 2, and 3, and I found volumes 1 and 3. No volume 2. Unfortunately, this was an eBay seller who was only selling within the UK. So, going back to tips for home video collectors, have friends and contacts in different regions. My friend Neil Lowry was willing to step up. He ordered both of them off of eBay. He did the buy it now option on the auction, picked up both of those volumes, turned around, shipped it to me. I paid him back, and now they are in my collection despite that eBayer not intending to sell outside of the UK. It is worth checking out non-US sites if you're a US collector, if you're looking for other regions' goods, because they tend to be more frequent there, just as in the US. US releases are more frequent here, of course, because that's where they were originally sold, and where they'd show up more likely on the second-hand market. So what I want to do here is take a look at those 2 releases out of 3. Ouch, now I still need Volume 2. Someone out there, please tell me you have Volume 2 and you want to send it to me. We're going to check out Volumes 1 and 3 of Droids from the UK. Now remember, these are 1988 releases from the UK from CBS Fox. In the US, we didn't see releases at all for Droids or Ewoks until 1990, in which case they were from J2 Communications, who kind of botched their approach to it, and then we wound up after that seeing only those instances where 4 episodes were combined together, one whole arc for Droids, combined together in a sort of a movie form and released as an animated feature, either as The Pirates and the Prince on VHS, or that same special or same little quote-unquote movie on DVD alongside Treasure of the Hidden Planet, that being the 2nd and 3rd arcs of the regular series. Well, again, in the UK, just a straight release of actual episodes of the show, unmolested, so to speak, not tweaked and shifted and smushed together and altered in between them to make those weird feature-length episodes. Yes, there were full arcs released in the UK, but as full arcs simply done as the 4 episodes on 1 VHS tape. So the first of these is Droids 1, or Droids Volume 1, the Star Wars Droids 1. Hey, you've got your characters here. Again, taking the artwork style from the show, so not very detailed characters, especially there with R2-D2. Then at the bottom, it tells you that Volume 1 is entitled The Battle Against Seiss Fromm. That's the gangster-type character here. And it says, stories featured The White Witch, Escape into Terror, The Trigon Unleashed, and A Race to the Finish. The latter of those being pretty cool because Boba Fett winds up actually showing up in it. So what we have here is the entire first arc as one CBS Fox release. You look on the side, same image, CBS Fox, same image, logo there, rating VHS, and your product number there of 5331. And then the back, images to give you a preview text, cast crew type information here, and legalese down at the bottom. What this says on the back, since we did do this for the previous releases, long before their heroic involvement in the decline of the Empire, C-3PO and R2-D2 had many adventures with different masters other than Luke Skywalker, at least in Legends. This adventure begins when the droids are stranded on planet Ingo. They are rescued by Thal Jobin and George Dusant, the two young speeder racers, who with the droids unwittingly become involved in a crusade to stop an intergalactic gang leader, Sise Fromm, from taking rule of the galaxy. Not bad. As for the tape itself, no labels on any side but the top. And the top, very similar to Great Heap, CBS Fox, Droids 1, right, the little rating logo, legalese down underneath. And interestingly, aside from the fact that it says the 1988 CBS Fox, etc. down here, nowhere does it actually give the name, the battle against Sise Fromm. It's just Droids 1. As before, the inside of the case, because of the little insert here and the case being clear, has an advertisement in here for Ewoks numbers 1, 2, and 4 on one side, 3 on the other, and then the Great Heap down there at the bottom. Interestingly, no Droids 2 or 3 included on this advertisement. Then, of course, we have to skip Volume 2. Again, I don't have that one yet. That brings us to Volume 3. If you'll excuse some stickers on my copy, I want to remove them, but I want to do so very carefully in the near future. I don't want to try to rush it just to show it on here without the little previous owner stickers on it. We have Star Wars Droids Volume 3. Okay, just a little sticker from a previous owner up here. You have a shot there from the episode, etc. This film, £1 per night. So this was previously a rental copy here, CBS Fox. And the name of this volume is Uncharted Space, way down there at the bottom. And it tells us stories include, as opposed to stories featured, stories include The Tale of the Rune Comet, The Rune Games, Across the Rune Sea, and The Frozen Citadel. You look at the side, designed in a very similar fashion. And the same thing basically in terms of design for the back. Shorter text this time, though, which reads, R2-D2 and C-3PO accompany their new master, Mungo Baobab, on a journey through uncharted space to the legendary planet Rune. There, they run afoul of the evil tyrant General Koom, who runs an illegal salvage and smuggling operation. Koom takes an instant disliking to the droids and their new master as our heroes try to prevent him from carrying out his dastardly doings. Leave it to the UK to give us the phrase dastardly doings as part of this. I kind of dig that. So again, very similar setup here, and when you pop it open, inside also very similar. Nothing on the edge of it. These are, again, just stickers from a previous owner that I need to peel off very carefully so they don't leave a bunch of residue. And there's your label. Again, just CBS Fox, Star Wars Droids 3. Gives you your copyright information, your rating, and all that, but no title for Uncharted Space anywhere on there. Interestingly, by this point, though, they have updated the inner lining. So the inner lining now shows Ewoks 1 through 6, the entire run of Ewoks over here, which makes me believe that this was in 2 phases of releases. And then over on the other side, you've got the Great Heap, but then also Droids 1 and 2 down below. 2 being the one that has the Pirates and the Prince story that was later released in that set of 4 that was kind of mushed together as the first of those feature-length versions of Droids. So, you know, I still don't have a full set yet. There's one missing, and hopefully someone out there will be able to help me find it. And yes, that does mean that eventually when there's a new edition of my book, A Saga on Home Video, A Fan's Guide to U.S. Star Wars Home Video Releases, whether that's a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, whenever there's enough content to actually update it, I will update page 156, or what is now page 156. You may have noticed that it shows the Great Heap as an example of the regular packaging of this product line, and it shows the Dairy Lee product, but it doesn't show volumes 1, 2, or 3, because I didn't own them at the time, and all the pictures in the book are from my own collection for various copyright reasons and such. But it's still growing. Still want to get that Volume 2, and then I'll be able to say, whew, I am done with the UK Droids and Ewok stuff. But I got a feeling it's still going to be a long struggle and a long search to find that volume. So again, if you happen to have a line on Droids Volume 2, please reach out and let me know. You can send me a message through YouTube here. Alright, so that being said, we've got a little bit more to cover here in this batch of new releases of episodes, including setting up a Q&A. If you're interested in asking some questions about the book, there'll be another video about that coming up in just a moment. For now, though, we'll wrap up this episode. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with the home video viewers.